Welcome, everybody, to this stream. Hope everybody's doing well today. So Invictus is kicked off, and we're already a couple days in, and we had a surprise with the Idris being a big surprise, actually. But so today we're gonna just do some different activities or whatever, and we're just gonna be a pretty chill stream today. So we'll test out a couple of things. We'll test out the Hall C. We'll also play in the Idris a little bit too. We're also going to do head over to the Invictus Hall. I mean, the things that I've listed, we're not going to really do them in order. I think we're first in order. I'm not sure if it rotated yet. It probably rotates in about 3 hours from now, but it's going to be the same thing because it's yesterday and today is going to be pretty much Origin, RSI, and Argo. So we're going to head over to the Invictus Hall and we're going to check it out. So there's been a lot of things also happening in the last couple of days. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about it, or if not, there has been the good thing, the Idris being a surprise coming into the game. The servers, in my experience, everybody's experience is different, have been pretty stable for the most part. I haven't experienced anything major. One note is the Starlander attack. When it goes into soft death, you are stuck. I mean, I've been flying the ship. I don't know if I can't speak for any other, whether you're in the bed or if you're in another, like a turret seat. But when you're in the pilot seat, you get stuck in the seat in soft death. And then I think you become invulnerable, because I've been hit by another player Idris's beam and nothing happened. So I was just stuck in the seat and I had to like basically exit the menu. That is a quality of life if a person is, you know, going to be, if they're going to be their ship they're going to be rolling in, it's going to be a big issue. But other than that, it's been pretty positive. All right, so what to do? So we're going to go over to the Invictus. We're going to check that out. Do I want to roll out with an Idris, or... You know what? I have to go down to Lorville to pick up a weapon. And then, you know what? I'm going to use another ship to bounce back and forth between Everest and Lorville. We'll just jump into... Is there a Gladius up here? It's pretty quick. Oh, no, it's not here. Titan's good enough. We'll just jump in that.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
And there had been also drama. Like they did like, it's a mixed feeling situation here. So they did something great. They released the Idris. The servers are for the most part, at least in my experience, have been pretty good. And you know, then the drama part was with the flight blades. I heavily disagree with what they did with doing that with the flight blades. Just basically having a paywall and then having to explain and then double down on a well, they've given their first post is explaining the flight blades and whatnot, and then they responded to the negative backlash, doubling down on the negative. So basically rectifying in the future, maybe I think around June, on next patch, that they will be releasing the game. I think it's a bad idea. I think it's, if they want to do something like this, they should release it in the game. You know, we already have like a lot of different things, content that's in the game that could be utilized for this, like the contestant zones, the ace pilots. and then, you know, make it a rare drop rate where you get it in these activities where it'll be hard to get. On top of that, it'll be a drop rate. Whoa, what are you doing here? Is that a comet? I think so. But, give me a sec, guys. I got an important phone call. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'm on an important phone call, all right? Alright, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Oof, that was a important phone call. I had to take it. But anyways, here we are. We are headed over to Invictus. We are currently... Oh, actually... Gotta head down to Hurston first. Pick up some, pick a gun. The, quartz. I wanted to try that out. And, so anyways, so with this Invictus, I like I was saying earlier before, is that it started off great, you know, but then, you know, with the whole thing, I think a lot of people were upset about the whole flight blades and the whole pay-to-win situation. And then the response I wasn't happy. Response to the backlash, I wasn't very happy about that. It just came down to doubling down. You know, it to me it came off as the old expression, it's easier to seek forgiveness than ask for permission. You know, if they've asked the community, would you have a problem with this? I can assure you that most of the community would have said no. However, you know, going from an apology to just saying we're going to release it next month, rather than rectifying the situation, like completely removing it from the store would have been, or just at least turning him off, and then, I mean, if possible, if they can put it into the game now with the ace pilots and like I was saying before, the contestant zones would make sense with the flight blades. You know, having a sort of a drop rate and having them also available in the store. At least people won't feel it's a pay-to-win situation. You know, if you want to buy them on the store, sure, you could go buy them in the store, but at least you could still earn them in game. Will it impact their sales? Yeah, it would, but at least, you know, at least you'll keep, you know, your old existing, you know, players and then you also have you always have the positive and negative kind of crowd. So you have the people that want this game to fail, and you want people that want the game to succeed and be the best that it is. And that's what I hope, that this game could be the best that it is, and one of the best games that can be
Welcome to
the best that, just for lack of better words, the best game on the market, right? And by making decisions like putting flight blades with a paywall, yeah, that's certainly gonna give ammunition to people that are already heavily negative against the game and don't I just realized I have torpedoes. Okay. So it just reinforces people's already negative feedback about the game, and just saying, hey, I was right about this game. That being, you know, the way it is, scam, this, that, the other thing. Yes, I could, you know, it's definitely going to give them that ammunition. Anyways, so a bunch of mixed bag feelings about this whole thing. Anyways, we got the quartz, the new gun, and I'm gonna grab the parallax. I'm gonna try them out, both of them. And you know what? It's just going to be faster for us to backspace back to Everest Harbor, and we'll pick up the Idris, and we're going to head over to the Invictus Hall. I know that was a long-winded explanation about the mixed feelings about the event. However, we'll see. I mean, right now in the Spectrum forums, I'm going to bring it up really quick. Let's see. Where is it? Announcements. Okay, Flight Blade feedback update. Oh my god, it's even worse today. All right, so as you can see, at some point in the future, I hope that they don't remove this down here, the reactions. But as you could see, it's most of the players here. There's 2,266 thumbs down, as you can see. And I mean, there's more negative. Like there's people vomiting emoji, face palm, clown, shit emoji, and then 480 thumbs up. So people are still not happy about the feedback update posted. And just to clarify, this guy is just the messenger. So please don't go and attack this guy, Zolo. I think that's his name. So he's just doing his job. But, for the company should take this. All right. We got more feedback. All right. We should take it off the store, refund everybody their money. And Salty Mike made his post about it. It certainly isn't a good. I'm not saying his post, but his post is basically, like everybody else, what they're thinking, as well as I and other folks. This is not a good path to go down. It's not. It doesn't set a good precedence for the game. With surrounding its negative feedback already. It just reinforces negative feedback about the game and the project or whatever. But
Isn't only about healing. It's about being your best.
If anyone sees Dr. Bolin,
Why should healthcare be a hassle? Recently ranked
guests
fifth.
are not allowed in the staff lounge.
Welcome.
oh right, I want to get some ammo for the quartz. I think I have ammo for the parallax. So we're gonna run up to the gallery, pick up some quartz ammo. And we're gonna buy 100 of these. All right. And I just realized yesterday I was making some money because I was buying a bunch of different components or whatever. And just testing out components for the, or at least the weapons on the Idris, seeing what weapons I can swap out or whatnot. and then the modules and stuff.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
All right, let's grab the Idris, and then we're gonna head over to the Invictus, and we'll do a couple things with the Idris, and then we'll mess around with the Hull C. So do a little bit of hauling. So currently on this patch, I think the cargo grid situation is busted. So if you wanted to, like, I mean, with the Hull C and the auto load kind of thing, I haven't had any issues with it because things are being auto loaded on the grid. But if you're trying to do like, if you wanted to like buy some sort of drugs out in Pyro and then you try to load it manually, there's a problem or an issue. Trying to load on the grid of the of your vehicle, of your ship, or even maybe just generally speaking, the grid system is sort of messed up. All right, bridge, here it is. All right, so the positive things about, let's talk about the positive things so far, right? The event with all these Idrises flying out in space. I mean, except when I jumped into a group I normally jump into here and there. And for the amount of Idrises that were in the same space, so like we were doing the Hunt the Polaris mission, and it was just a bunch of Idrises. It had to have been at least 5 to 6 Idrises on top of the event going on. Surprisingly, everything was still functioning. It did get a little bit of heavy lag here and there when we got in close together. And everybody's just firing the weapons at the same time, shooting the beams from the Idrises and whatever. But for the most part, with all the Idrises flying out in the verse, it's incredible how much of progress they've gotten with the server meshing to basically get the latency down a lot with these ships. I remember doing Xenothreat back before server meshing, and the servers were just taxed with that event just alone, with one Idris flying around and Javelin just hanging out at one of the stations out in Microtech, right? And the event was barely functional at times. I think 3.18 was probably the worst I've seen it. So I'm wondering why I can't detach here. Let's see. See if this works.
Launch initiated.
There it is. And I got this pretty cool paint for it. I love it. You got a shark in the front of the Idris here. The I guess you call it the Idris shark paint, for lack of better words. With the somebody called this a Nerf gun. It's pretty funny. It's right, actually. It's like when you shoot the beam out of this thing, it sort of looks like a Nerf gun. The guy was totally right about that. All right, so let's head over to the to Area 18. And while we're in Quantum, I totally forgot to set our spawn. Oh, I also forgot to pick up the weapon, the ammo for the weapon. In fact, I don't have any ammo. Genius. We're gonna go over to the... Oh, I totally forgot I have the Eclipse on the ship here. So make sure, is this the way to the... to the facility, the medical facility? I guess they don't have the names of the different compartments yet. But I know it's in the front of the ship as far as I remember. Is the back maybe? Yes, the briefing. So we have to go the other direction here. Alright, we got the mess hall and captain's quarters. And the medical bay is down this way. Cargo bay. I think that's the additional cargo bay. Although I don't like the placement of the cargo bay, or at least the additional storage. Doesn't make much sense to me. Alright, our print is set. Just in case we get somebody who boards our ship, we can at least have a chance to take them out. Okay, why do I see a player's name in my ship here? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It just disappeared there. Alright, let's get back to the bridge. We're here. The thing about this ship, if you're alone in the ship, it is so easy for somebody to get into this ship. I mean, there's several different points of entries on the ship, which, okay, what happened? We are in the middle of a... I just realized we're in the middle of a asteroid field here. That's weird. Oh, that's why. Yeah, we're on the sort of a belt here. This used to be the, if you wanted to farm Quantanium, farming it on the belt like this. As you can see, these lines. And you got all these asteroids. This is one of the best ways. I don't know if it's still like that today. But that's how I used to, you know, farm Quantanium. The other place is Lyria on in Arcorp, the moon. let's see. Let's head over. I don't know. For some reason, it pulled us out of Quantum. Maybe we got some ghosts on the ship here. Yeah, so as you can see down there, I have the Eclipse down in the hangar. So again, today is Argo, Origin, and RSI. So I don't think there's any Argo. I think the is that an MTC? No, that's Grey Cat. The that new ground vehicle, which we will see once we get over to the Invictus Hall. So I was on YouTube this morning, and I saw one of Loxy's videos, and he was just like testing out whether or not you can, like, people who have did a pledge for the, at the time, I think it was way back in the day, for the Idris M. And so basically he was seeing if he could dupe the main weapon cannon, the ballistics cannon, and he was able to do it. But the thing I wanted to highlight is that I'm not sure if they're going to I don't know if they're going to sell that as a package in the future. Hopefully not. Hoping that, you know, you can get the cannon. Well, if they want to put a package, but at least if there's like an Idris mission where Idris owners, like a P, for example, can actually, if they manage to take down the enemy Idris, they can take the ballistics cannon off and then put it onto their ship. That would be pretty cool. But he showed that it is possible. You can put the ballistics cannon from the M onto the P, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if that's going to be, if that was the intention, what the CIG wants to do. So I think a couple of days ago, I was making my way to the Invictus with the Idris, and so they have a zone, like I guess you want to call it, pretty much a safe zone, for lack of better words, for the Idris that's being the tour that they're doing at the plaza in Area 18 here. And there's like a radius, because people were ramming the Idris during the PTU, and pretty much blew it up, and people were trying to get on it to look at it. But alright, so this is it. I don't know if we can get out of here, otherwise we're gonna get impounded. I mean, we're gonna get impounded. See, that is pretty annoying. Like, I'm actually generally making my way to the oh, did we just get the bug? Reposition bug? And yeah, you get a crime stat too. Or 1. Vehicle impounded, trespassing, 2nd degree. So I think in a short amount of time before this went live, this is what they came up with, so that people cannot ram the Idris that's being that they're doing a tour for. So you get repositioned and then you get a crime stat, as you can see here. But again, I was just flying by to get to the spaceport, so they're gonna have to like figure this whole thing out in the future or whatever. But it looks like we're pretty much stuck. So this is like out of the bug I mentioned before with the Starlancer attack, where you get soft death, you get stuck in the seat, and that's pretty big. And then this bug is still an issue today, still pretty big issue. So the only way to get out of this is exiting the menu and then logging back in. With the crime stat 1, I don't know if it's going to put me at Grim Hex. Also, I've released the latest video about the Idris finally being pretty much a parody video about the Idris being released into the game. It's pretty funny. I did enjoy making that. So I'm having like brain overload with all of the different content that I want to make for the event, and trying to figure out which ones to really start with. All right, so it looks like we're at Invictus, or at least Area 18, and I think the only place we can pay this off, or at least get rid of it, is probably by the spaceport, as far as I remember. Yeah, now we're getting a little bit of lag now. In fact, since we're over here, might as well go buy some ammo for these weapons. It's weird. So they don't have the parallax or the quartz here. Okay, so yeah, so they don't have the either one. I know that in Bikini Point there is no I don't think there's weapons or ammo or even like armor. I don't know if they're going to add it at some point in the future, but at the moment there is no stores that sell you any of those things. Alright, so the Idris is pretty much there. Here it is. And for Tor or whatever, I've done it the other day. But we're definitely feeling a little bit of lag here at Area 18. Check my settings here. And I have DLSS currently on, but I don't have the upscale. See if that makes a difference. We'll put it down to performance. Let's see if that does anything. The way I could describe it, made it good in some way, but it made it worse in another way. Could be the server itself is feeling all this lag, or getting lag. Like I can on my PC, I can see that my PC's running better, but I think this is more on the server side, if that makes sense. All right, so we're gonna just go back. So it wasn't me. So just turn it off. I mean, it could be the server. I was on another server before jumping on the stream. Yeah, it is pretty laggy. Yeah, so that was a thing. I mean, I take things with a grain of salt. So when players thought, like, it's interesting when players think that the things that you got to think outside the box sometimes. If it wasn't for the players ramming the Idris and then blowing it up, and then finding out once it got on the live servers, it would have been, I think it would have been a little tedious for them to work out something rather than, you know, doing it on the PTU. But that's the point of the PTU and even like the PU, since this game is allegedly is in alpha. So, but as far as the PTU, that's, I think you more or less want to hash out all the issues and whatnot, duping and all that sort of stuff there. I mean, not that, you know, it's this game. I've been what I'm saying is I've been hearing a lot of different some people saying that the game is not released, or if the game is basically alpha, or somebody's saying that the game has been released for some time. So I'm gonna have to do some research, more research on that. But as far as my knowledge, the game is apparently still in alpha. But there's still things that obviously needs to be developed. They're still coming out with different things to come online. Not everything is in the game yet. All right, so what I was talking about before earlier in the stream, the MTC, the sort of like, I guess you want to call a competitor to the Rover. It just, to me, well, actually, I do like the design of the tires. It gives that the NASA's version of space vehicles, what they've used in missions that they've sent out, machinery out to Mars, vehicles with these kinds of tires and stuff. It's pretty cool design, bringing that into the game here. And I do like the paint scheme with this vehicle. You know, as far as appearance, it's a very straightforward look. And I mean, having a different variation of this kind of vehicle, it does, I've seen videos, it does go slightly faster than the Rover, but I guess we'll have to play around with it. But at this point in time, with my opinion about it, I mean, we already have vehicles that are in game, and also we don't have much for ground vehicle play in the game. I did watch a little bit of the Star Citizen, well, I guess it was not so live. It was a pre-recorded of the Star Citizen Live that Jared does, and sort of in the beginning of it, Jared is talking to what was the guy's name? He's talking to one of the devs. He's been with the company for years, and so Jared brings up about, you know, the ground vehicle gameplay, and with the weather being the next thing that they want to work on getting online, on you know, a situation where the weather will impact spacecraft in I guess a planet or moon or whatever, however they're going to do it, and it will require you to get into a ground vehicle to get there. I think that's a good creative way to get people to use the ground vehicles. I also thought of, you know, even like something simple, like huge facility where you can't get a ship in, but you can get a ground vehicle in. That'd be another way. But then, you know, if a ground vehicle is the size of a Nova tank, you could probably slip in a Pisces or something like that. So I don't know. They'll have to like sort of like get creative with that. But with I thought of also maybe like a mountain, like a weird kind of shaped mountain where you can't even get a ship in. But I think the having weather seems to be a good idea. And I thought that was an excellent creative way to getting. But then again, you have to also, they also have to create some sort of gameplay around that. Like, what's the reason why you're going to a specific location, and then like, what's the incentive to, you know, to go to that space? I mean, they could probably bring back Jump Town in that kind of aspect. Utilize Jump Town, where you're gonna have to use ground vehicles to get to it. They could do that too. So this is, yeah, mostly Aegis. You have Redeemer, Hammerhead, and Vanguard. One of the Vanguards. I think that's the Warden. And then you got some pretty cool artwork. Let's go third person. Actually, let's bring this up a little bit, like this. Maybe that's a little too much. Bring that back down a little bit. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. You got the Medivac. Two guys coming to retrieve a fallen comrade in battle. I'm not sure what weapon this is. Oh, that might be the new weapon that they've put into the verse. The yeah, I think that is it. The quartz. And then they have the that little red thing there is a it's supposed to blink, I think, or be some sort of transmitter to help your comrades find you. I haven't tried it yet, but I put it on myself to see what it does. And they had the Tumbril. I think, yeah, it's the Tumbril manufacturer. I think it's a Storm, one of the Storm series or variants. And then you have the Terrapin Medic. I love this ship. This is a pretty cool design to it. And then you have the Retaliator. This looks like, yeah, this is the cargo variant. And then somebody's loading up a hover craft or hover bike in the back there, in one of the other cargo bays. So they got a bunch of components. They have these grade A components.
For centuries, Invictus has been a time for friends and family to come together and celebrate the points of duty, service, and civic pride.
Sucker Punch XL cannon. 2 million. Oh no, that's what I have in my wallet. No, 94K. So I don't know what size this is. Let's see. Doesn't tell you. And you got a bunch of bombs here. I think this is the this is probably the A1, and then this is the A2 bombs. And then you got your torps. I think that's your size 10. And they put the other bombers next to it here. And then you got the size 12 bombs. This one looks like a nuke kind of torp. I mean, with these different sizes, like at the size 10, we have a size 10 bomber, we A2, and then the size 12. I'm wondering if they're going to have like sort of a kit where you can change in the A2 where you can carry like 2 of the size 12 bombs, because I think right now, what is it, the A2 you can carry 4 size 10 bombs. And you got the Super Hornet. Really nice ship.
We are thrilled to see that they have truly committed themselves to building a brighter future.
The F8. I love this paint on the F8. Really nice. Give me a sec, guys. I just want to fix getting a little bit of weird popping noises with my audio. Okay. Start that again. There we go.
For centuries, Invictus has been a time for friends and family to come together. Invictus launched with a great opportunity to serve the Saxons and West.
And then this is the last hall, I think. Oh no, we have 4 and 3. Maybe we... Here it is. And the Anvil Asgard is a... I wouldn't say a total competitor to the A2. I guess you can call it a competitor because it has all these weapons on the ship too. Oh right, it is a competitor because it does have some pretty beefy weapons, especially for the pilot. I think it's like 6 weapons they have control over, and that's a hell of a lot of DPS for a ship like this. With the A2 and the M2, although I think this will be a competitor, more of a competitor to the M2. But then this has an edge because of the weapons. I mean, but you can comfortably put a Nova tank in here, and that's the reason why they have Nova tanks here. But you could see they raised the roof of the thing, so you could throw it in here. I don't know how many you put in here. Let's see. Looking at the size, you could easily put one in comfortably. Trying to stick another one in here. I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Maybe you could stick a Storm in here or something like that behind it. I don't know. When it comes with when it comes to the Paladin and then this ship, and then this one is, clearly a drop ship. You have the weapon on the side, and when it comes to like, I was thinking about the Anvil Valkyrie, like with these ships with I mean, my guess is the Valkyrie's going to have to be much faster, much more maneuverable to make it more of a desirable ship to go in and use. Because when you have ships like this, and it pretty much does the same thing for the same things as the Valkyrie does, right? Like, why would you need drop seats? Just have just have the players just basically do this. Lay on the ground. It's like, what's the difference with the drop seats and stuff? I guess, when it comes to, when they if that is a thing, because there's technically gravity compensation. The gravity compensation system's on by default. When you go into soft death, that's technically the gravity compensation's off, and you're floating. But with gravity compensation on, and then your ship is moving around and stuff, your players should be technically, you know, depending on if your ship is going down in a certain direction, you're supposed to be lifting off the floor, in a sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're going forward, the player will your character will fly back because of inertia. Like, the same thing should be with going up in the air. Like, when your ship is going down in a certain direction, you should go up or hit the ground when you're going in the other direction, if that makes sense. But other than that, like, if that's not going to be a thing, then there really isn't any reason to getting a Valkyrie, because you could just lay on the ground on a large ship like this, and you could pretty much use it as a drop ship. Had a huge lag spike there. But I do want to do a review on the a proper review, like I did with the Polaris, and well, the Polaris is a different type of review. I reviewed that with points, like point system, 0 to 10, like a rating scale. The Taurus wasn't a proper review. It was more of like I guess, to convince you as the Taurus is a great ship, and this is why, so to speak. And then we have the Asgard over here too. And some creators had the privilege of taking it out. So you have the size 5, and I think those are size 3 up there. So size 5, size 3, and there's other little, I think there's a size 2 maybe. But you have control over all of these weapons. Is pretty damn crazy to me. But the Paladin, you know, well, this is going to be released. The Anvil Paladin and the Asgard are likely going to be released on Anvil Day, so along with other ships and whatnot. But still got some more things to go through, like the as far as the days and stuff. I'm sure there's going to be more surprises along the way, probably updates on the Pioneer, and then also the Drake Ironclad is going to be another one, and then the mysterious ship that nobody really knows too much about. Have had lots of speculations around. Maybe they might bring it up at some point, whether it's a Drake ship or whether it is another ship. So far, there hasn't been anything yet. So, but we have other manufacturers they're going to go through, and I think this is probably the regular Guardian. Let's see. Omni Sky XV cannon. These things do hit hard. The thing I don't like about cannons, I mean, if you're on a big ship, it makes sense to me. If you're on a small ship like this, I would go to repeater, like a large fighter like this, or heavy fighter technically. I would go with the Attrition, which is right over here, size 5. And these are very expensive. I was changing out my ballistics on my Idris, and it cost me a lot of money. So I had to go out and make some money. All right, so I think this is it for the Invictus hauls. But there is a lot of lag. There is lag, but we're getting like these chunky lag spikes here and there. Just had the second one just happened before there. Oh, over here you have your weapons, and I'm not sure what size this is. This could be a 7 for all I know. But one of these is 891,000 plus AUEC. Very expensive. And it's a cannon. Yeah, it's an Omni-Sky cannon. This thing probably does some really good damage. I was hoping that we were able to change the weapons on the Idris, especially the front, which is especially when you get the module for the Idris. I think it's the Torp module, where you can change the front cannon. If you have the M, you get the 7 automatically because it's the M. It's the military version. But I was hoping that the module will allow you to change with these at least that I think that's a size 7 over there. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a size 8. And I tried it out. I tried it out with the Idris. Couldn't change out the maybe that's going to just be in the intentions going forward. But then again, they've changed a lot of things over time. So here we are. We have the kiosk where you can rent out a bunch of vehicles or whatever for this, Argo, RSI, Origin. Unfortunately, Origin, they don't have many combat ships. And that's the point of Invictus, is highlighting combat ships. Origin has its famous 890 ship, which is clearly not a combat ship. That's the reason why it's not here. We're likely going to see it, obviously, in Invictus IAE at the end of the year. It'll be for rent. But in fact, I'm very surprised that they put the Phoenix in the store. It's technically not a combat ship. So it's basically luxurious ship. Andromeda makes sense. Like technically, if you want to really, it would be just the Andromeda. It would be your gunboat ship or gunship. Like the rest of these other variants of the Constellation are technically not combat. Can use it, but that's why I'm wondering why they, didn't include, if they're including Tori, they might as well should have included the other ships and stuff like that, but they didn't. Yeah, so come down. I think is the last day. Yeah, the last day for Argo, Origin, and RSI to rent out a bunch of these ships here, and then the next day is we got the next day tomorrow. Monday is going to be pretty big. A lot of people are going to be focused on this because Consolidated Outland, which is going to be, they're probably going to give us information about the Pioneer and how far they're in development with it. Or maybe they did a pre-recording like they did. I think there was, they they called it Con 42 in Germany. They had an event out there, and I saw a couple of big content creators talking about it. I thought about talking about it too, but then, you know, I'm right now I'm like in content overload, so we're just doing one step at a time here. So we got May 19th to the 20th, Consolidate Outland and Misk, which people want to try out the TAC. Tomorrow's the day to do it. And the Mariah, and also the Mariah MX. That's technically the variant, sort of like Torp ship of the Mariah Guardians. So be able to rent that out tomorrow. I'll be going to be very excited about tomorrow about that. And I think the 21st and the 22nd, there's really not much going on with Crusader. Even Tumbril, although I'm not sure if the MTX, I don't know which manufactures the MTX. It could be Tumbril for all I know, or Crusader. We'll just go back over there to make sure, check that out. But the 23rd and the 24th is going to be an interesting day. You're going to have the Paladin and the Vanguard. And the Drake, of course, is going to be another cool day. So I think the 21st and the 22nd is going to be one of those days where it's going to be a pretty chill day, 2 days. And then it's going to ramp up again. Oh, that's right. I think this is Grey Cat, as far as I remember. Let's double check that. Yeah, it's not giving us I'll have to look it up. But Grey Cat was yesterday, and I didn't see this unless I missed it. I didn't see it up for oh, it is Grey Cat. Yeah. So yesterday, let's see. Yesterday was right. Yeah. So okay. So 18 and 19. All right. So 17th and the 18th is the last day. Is basically Origin, RSI, Argo, and then we had Grey Cat the first day. So I either missed it or it may not have been able to rent it, but I'm gonna wait until it's in game, but it's pretty much a an LTI token. You guys know what that is? So lifetime insurance. Basically, if you CCU from, and by the way, CCU is the way to go if you want to get yourself a particular vehicle or whatever. You can get it for a cheaper price, and you know, going on the website and buying it outright. If you wanted to get a like a Andromeda or a Constellation Taurus. There's if you check out my Taurus video, you're going to get a link directly to a website which pretty much does it for you. Oh, we just came back to the convention. So we're going to go back, and we're actually going to go back to the spaceport. I think we're pretty much done here. Last day again, guys. head over to the convention. Last day is today for Argo, RSI, and what was the last one? And I am forgetting a lot today, fellas. Forgetting a lot today.
And the UEE Navy to celebrate the next generation of men and women who are about to join our ranks to defend the
Okay,
Empire and give you an opportunity.
this is to the spaceport. And then there's going to be another schedule or whatever out here.
We salute those taking their first step to their new life in the UEE.
Yeah, so Origin, RSI, Argo. It's pretty much the last day today, and then tomorrow is going to be a big day. I'm going to be definitely pretty excited to hear what you have to talk about for the Pioneer. I think a lot of players are as well.
Now arriving.
All right, here we go. Oh, before we go further, I want to pay off this crime set 1, which is kiosk is right over here. Here it is. Or you could surrender and serve prison time. But it's only 2,000 AUC, so we'll just pay the fine.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected.
All right, let's go out and mess around with the Idris, since it is the pretty much the it's still the highlight most of the event. The Idris pretty much overshadowed a lot of the ships. I think with yeah, I'm going to just say that the Idris is going to be the highlight of this Invictus. And it looks like we still got ammo. Do want to try this out. But I do love this paint for the Idris. And our big Nerf gun there. But one of the things I wanted to highlight is that I'm just surprised they didn't. I mean, since this ship is able to land on planet side, whatever, they should at least put a like with other capital ships, you at least have a main elevator, and then you have like another way to get into the ship. Like with the Polaris, you have on ground. You can get in 3 ways on ground with the 2 ramps that deploys from the belly, and then you have the main elevator to get into closer to the bridge. So this would be like very relatable to the Anvil Carrack. Like getting into the Carrack, you open up the front nose, except this is on the rear. You're going into the rear of the Idris, and then the Carrack is in the front of the ship. So like when I first got into, well, when I first summoned the Idris, I was like confused. I was like, where is the button to open and close the door? Then I learned that you have to go to the control section here, and you're able to close it and open it up there, which makes sense to me, because technically this is not a soloable ship. At the moment you could solo it, but I'm not sure with the new patch coming out in with engineering, is when it comes to engineering, that's supposed to be coming out in June. I'm not sure it's going to change the whole landscape, meaning you're going to require a crew to technically fly the ship, because from what the information we've been told is that it's going to be like a partial online. The engineering that they're going to put in to the game is going to be like sort of like what they're doing with Armor Tier 0. So like they're going to start slowly implementing it into the game, and we're going to see how that goes. Whether we're going to really heavily need a crew to manage these ships or whatever. But I think they're going to bring fires online during that release. Yeah, we're getting some weird lag here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quantum out. Oh, that's why. I'm like, why am I going back and forth? For some reason I had my cruise control on. And then we're going to log into our bed log and then log into a different server. Hopefully the lag is going to be a bit better. I just realized the back door is open. So it's also something I've noticed is that these doors are incredibly sensitive to damage. And hopefully that will be sort of tuned up, where it's going to take a lot more damage to open up these doors. Should just have this as a thumbnail. Screenshot that. So with the TAC, I do love the ship. I've tried it out when they first released 4.1.1. They allowed players who pledged to the ship pretty much early access to try out and play their ship. And I played around with it. And well, before that, I just looked around it, and I love the way it looks. It really looks great. I was a little bit disappointed about the paint. I was hoping that when they showcase it and the sort of their commercial that they do for ships, I was hoping that they had the red belly with the red decal and then the gray on the top. That was a really nice look to the ship. But I just noticed we're sort of going sideways. But I was, going around the ship. Do love the way it looks, interior, all that. And I was disappointed with where the dropship section to where the ramp deploys out. It doesn't fully go down. It's like, okay, all right, whatever. I mean, maybe they were. Then I realized, okay, maybe they're doing what they did with the Anvil Valkyrie and the Cuddy Black and other ships that have this sort of kind of style where you can just jump down and then you could just pick yourself up on the platform. I don't know if they didn't implement that yet, but at the moment you can't get back onto the platform. You have to either go in the main elevator or in the rear of the ship to get back on again. So you can't really go back on through the section where they got pretty much a dropship section. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to Hurston. Maybe it might be a little bit less laggy over there. And we're going to just do a couple of missions. Yeah, now we're frozen. Oh, there we go. See if I can put the camera inside the hangar so you could see my other ship in there. There you go. That looks so cool. So that's the Aegis Eclipse. Too bad the gameplay surrounding this ship is not that good. I just realized I don't think I can get out. I don't think I can get out with this ship in the front. I had a hard time putting this into the back. Might have to keep it in the back of the ship. Yeah, I put this in through the back, but I mean, this is not practical. Although I did want to try out shooting the torps out of the front like this with the doors open, and then seeing whether or not the torps would hit the bottom of the ground before going out, or it just shoots directly out. If it shoots directly out, even better. then you can have like a sort of a torp ship. And I do want to I want to try to maybe stick a retaliator in here. Okay, so the lag, so server meshing's working. The lag is isolated more in the Area 18 section. So we're gonna go do some shit fights. Before we do that, I wanna grab some ammo from Everest Harbor. I forgot to pick it up before we left. So I went to a few sites. I went to Urkel, and then I went to this newer site that has really nice UI to it and pretty detailed. Excuse me, pretty detailed. I didn't see any information. I mean, I could see the HP for the shields and whatnot, but I was trying to see the difference because the military version of the Idris, the M, has reinforced armor versus the P, and I was trying to see the difference between the both when it comes to the percentage of each one. And I don't know if they're gonna, in the future, if they're going to either A, in game, or again sell it on the store. You can upgrade the kit to a military version. I don't see that happening. I think the original thing is that they are keeping the M exclusive because Chris has mentioned that players who have it, they've got the special version. The P is going to be the sort of the downgrade from the M. But you can get the mods, and you can bring up the damage on the modified P. But I think the overall, again, the M is going to have the slight advantage. And then with engineering coming online, and this is the point I was getting to, is if you can modify the hull on the P to boost up the resistance or whatever, the armor on the P, sort of make it comparable to the M, where at least the M you already have access to because you pledged for the ship. Yeah, I want to change that third-person view. Wonder if there's a way to, like, if you're in a running around with your character, there's like two ways where you could see your character in third person. I'm wondering if there's a way to add an additional third person. And also, I noticed that there's no lights on the address. Let's try to get the auto dock working. Oh, right below it. Kind of like tricked me for a second. I thought we were next to it for a second. There it is. I saw somebody the other day trying to manually park it, and he was doing it for some time. I think he was trying to originally get the manual auto docking working, but I don't think he was able to get it to work. I just noticed his green lights on the side of the ship here. Oh, I think we're stuck. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Can we get out of this? This is actually the first time this has happened to me. So we are literally stuck. Can I shut this off? Okay, there we go. Now, can I take control of my ship again? Or no? No, it's stuck. Alright, what if I... Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, we're gonna get impounded. Oh, interesting. So, ship got impounded. I got stuck out here. That's a new bug. Can we get in through here? No. Yeah, it would be nice if they added like sort of like Grim Hex, where you can get in to the station. Like in case something like this happens and you're sort of like stuck out here. Uh-oh. What just happened? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in and out. And then we will continue here. So while this is loading up, I'm actually take a quick bathroom break here. Give me a sec. All right, we're back. So I am wondering if we're back in the station at Everest. Let's see. Yes, we are. Good. Yeah, that was first time that happened in 4.1.1. I've done it a couple of times with the auto dock.
Welcome to the
Oh, right.
ASOP vehicle. Please visit us at welcome to the
So our
ASOP
ship
vehicle
is,
retrieval system.
um,
I'm sorry.
impounded.
That vehicle is currently impounded.
And actually, we'll just pay it off.
Vehicle has been moved to
It's
a
5,000 AUC. All right, so we're gonna get some ammo this time before we forget, and we'll do a few things because I have to get going. So we got about an hour. So so I want to do like so we'll do a ship fight. We'll do some FPS. I want to try out the gun, and then maybe if we could squeeze in a Hull C run. So take some parallax ammo, and the quartz ammo is pretty damn small. I don't know, that might be a bug. It's technically it's supposed to be about this size. I mean, I hope they change it at some point because it looks pretty much the same as the parallax ammo if you're just looking at it really quick. Alright, so we got a few on us. We'll get 15 of these, or 17. We'll just match the other ones we have on us. And okay. So we got ammo, we have a bunch of stuff on us. We're gonna get some sentence. And oh, med pens. We're definitely gonna need med pens. Oh, this is what I was talking about, the medical rescue light. So I'm gonna have to, play around with this and see how that works. I was trying to turn it on, but my assumption is if you die or whatever, or you're incapacitated, technically I think it's supposed to turn on, whatever, but I'll test that at another point. And here it is. We're going to get a few of these, and we're good to go. Alright, so alright, let's head out on the ship.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been delivered to please visit us.
I just realized nothing stops people from going into the elevator at, like, if it's besides your personal hangar, it doesn't stop people from jumping into the elevator with you if it's docking or one of the pads. Okay. We just got black screened. Oh, that's weird. Lost reservation for spawn unknown. Okay. That is a weird bug. This is the first one for me too. It's gonna clip that. And I can't do nothing. I'm wondering if I am alive or should I backspace? Actually, you know what? We'll just, I don't know. That might make it worse if I F4. So, you know what? We're just going to quit out of the game. I don't want to. Last time I did that, Alt F4, I ended up screwing something up even worse. So we're just going to just quit out of the game. If anything, I think we'll have to reclaim the ship again. Well, actually, the Idris was still docked, so technically it should be stored away automatically. But if I Alt F4, it would have been, it technically should have been LTP, or, yeah, LTP, long-term persistence. And it looks like we are having issues trying to get in. Although I do remember playing with the guys the other day. Some of them were having issues trying to even log in the game, or some of them were just crashing out of the game. Okay, so all right, we're going to get out of the game and then we're going to restart it. This time I'm going to re-verify the files. See if that works. I have to say the laser for the Idris K kit is so fun. Shooting out a laser and then blowing things up with it is just I can't get enough of it. I was just playing with it probably for hours yesterday doing it. It's just I'm not Idris'd out yet, and CIG mentioned that people that are subscribers are going to get access to the Idris once the event is over. They wanted to make sure that the servers don't explode from everybody having Idrises in the game. Yeah, it looks like we're having heavy technical difficulties here. It says wait for async spawns. So whatever happened when I got impounded and then logged out and then jumped back into the ship, that's where the problem started happening. Alright, this time around, I'm going to Alt F4, and then let's see if that... And then re-verify the files. Okay, let's see if this works. Oh, it looks like we're locked on a shard. That's probably what's going on here. All right, we'll jump into a quick arena commander to sort of break out of the shard. Squadron battle. Oh, I totally forgot about the PvE Endless Fondul Swarm. And then you have the Pirate Swarm. Oh, we've unlocked a couple of these so far. The last one I didn't unlock is the Vandul. Let's just do that. And we'll bring in the Idris in here if we can. Aegis. Ship customization. Oh, so you have to actually customize it. I wish we can okay. Cameo. I actually like this paint. It's nice. This one I could see on certain planets with sand is going to be very nice for this. This is a nice color, black on this thing. And we have the Night Break livery. Ooh, I like the red decals. This is really nice. And the windows look like changed too. Yeah, the windows changed to red. Oh, that is nice. This is really nice. Love that. And then we have the Shark Tooth Library. Another one of my favorites. Oh, you could rent these. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we're not gonna change. I mean, I don't have anybody else who's gonna be playing with me, but we're gonna add in the we're gonna add in our extra PDCs, extra DPS. So it's the M2C Swarm. Oh, wait a second. I made a mistake. Let's go back. Okay. Yeah, I wish it would change this so at least you know which Idris you're customizing. All right, there we go. Okay, why does... I just noticed that 7 cancels out PDC 11. Alright, so let's try doing this instead. Okay, that worked. Yeah, it just knocked out my other PDCs here. Oh, okay, so I guess you can't put them in certain spots? This could be bugged for all I know. Alright, this is the Torp kit. And then this is the size 10 laser beam, which is what we're going to equip. And then, yeah, that's all we were going to really do. So I'm going to double check the PDCs here. The PDCs are more or less going to fend off the smaller fighters. The big ships I'm going to have to attack myself. And I think that's it. And we'll do it really quick with the other one. This is good. And we'll get the other interest. Is this it? Okay, that's... Alright, so this is the one that wasn't loaded out. So, I mean, I can swap. Actually, in fact, I could just put the. I did want to try the size 12 Torps. Alright, looks like all the PDCs are on this ship. And definitely want to change the nose. And then we'll just put the Torp on this one. because I want to try that out. All right, so this is the Idris P2, and then the Idris. Double check this. Okay, let's double check. This is the... Why is the library different? It looks like the library just canceled out. Okay, put that on. And yes, this is the Torps. Just want to make sure. Okay, are we in the same one again? Oh, this is the laser beam. This is the one I want to go out with. Okay. No, this is the Torp one. Alright, we gotta select it. Alright, select that. And then I want to double check it before we go out. Oh, it is it. Okay, good. Alright. Alright, let's launch the mission. Alright, let's go in.
Vandal Swarm initiated. Aegis Combat Assist activated. Systems green. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound. Contact.
Okay. Wait a second. I just noticed, why do we get a... So on the PU, I don't have the option to see inside the cargo bay. I'm gonna have to look for that. Yes, the PDCs are working great. So,
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound. Contact.
oh, I want to change the power output here, and we're gonna put full power to shields. There we go. And I noticed that... So where's my weapon? Is this bugged or yeah, I don't see any weapons coming out here. Let me see. Maybe going out of the seat.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound. Aegis combat system activated.
Oh, there we go. It's working now. I guess it was bugged. You gotta get in and out of the seat.
Contact.
Alright, so
Shields under fire.
kind of cool that when your ship is getting hit, it sort of rocks the ship a little bit.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound. Weapon systems online. Contact.
Okay, let's get this guy.
Shields under fire.
Yeah, sometimes a laser, even if it's on the target, it doesn't
Contact.
doesn't do any damage. So you had to move it around a little bit. Here it is.
Kill.
Oh my god. Crazy.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound. Contact.
I'm gonna turn on the Toby.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
I think our best bet is to get behind one of these asteroids. It'll give us maybe a tactical advantage.
Contact.
I mean, these are AI things, so our AI ships.
Shields under fire.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't hit or doesn't register.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
And that enemy ship is close to dying too. This is just hilarious with the beam here. PDCs are working overtime. They are.
Contact.
So we're gonna go to the this section.
Shields under fire.
There's a ton of ships over here.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Yeah, I gotta like maybe move the beam up in certain sections. Like even though it says it's on the target, it doesn't register at all.
Shields under fire. Contact. Contact. Shields under fire.
I'm trying to understand how this endless swarm works here. This is like actually the first time I'm ever doing the Vandal Swarm. This is the only one I haven't done yet.
Contact.
Actually, in fact, let's head over by this asteroid. Maybe we can get them to
Contact.
definitely want to limit their flight trajectory.
Contact.
So I wonder which planet this is over here. Kind of looks like a pyro planet or moon. Really hard to tell which ship is close by. He's down here. There you go.
Kill.
Nice. It's like instant death in front of this thing.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound. Contact.
So I wonder what happens if we get this torp. I know these are to reload your ship's inventory. Yeah, our missiles are empty. I was just curious since. There we go. These PDCs are doing some overtime. They're just overwhelmed with all of the storms coming at us. Here we go. Yeah.
Contact.
We get this one? Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, this one, we're missing. Yeah, we're missing it. Wow, almost 5 clicks out I'm hitting this thing.
Shields under fire. Contact.
Yeah, I think the range is about 5 clicks. He just got about like 5.5 away from me. And I can't hit him now. Let's see. Stay right there. Stay right there. Oh. How am I not hitting him? Guess he's doing a little bit of maneuvers.
Shields under fire. Contact.
Let's try to this guy here. Say these AI ships are pretty good actually.
Shields under fire.
They're trying their best to stay away from my cannon. Let's try to get this one over here. Alright, let's go in this section. It seems pretty busy over here.
Shields under fire.
And maybe we can get some of them by surprise over here. I mean, it's an Idris, so...
Contact.
They can definitely detect me 60 clicks out. But the signature is surprisingly very small between infrared and the energy. You have 23.9K. That's pretty crazy.
Contact.
And the
Units en route.
energy signature is 34 clicks. Like the physical body is 60 clicks. Crazy.
Shields under fire.
Alright, let's see if we can knock this guy out here.
Contact.
Here we go. Oh, come on. It's outmaneuvering my beam.
Contact.
It's knocked out his shields immediately.
Shields under fire.
Alright, we got a good amount of them out here.
Contact.
Alright, our target's down here. There he is. Come on! Come on! Yes, like, I noticed that as soon as it knocks off the shield, and it just stops damaging. It damages the hull a little bit, and then it just stops.
Shields under fire.
Alright, let's try this guy again. Yeah, the beam was, like, it was right on that guy. No damage. Let's try without targeting.
Contact.
And still nothing. You know, on the PU, I do remember hitting enemy ships a lot easier than this.
Shields under fire. Contact.
Alright, there he is. Try to go for this guy. This time I'm gonna not target him, but alright, Toby Eye Trackers is taking over.
Contact.
It's like every time I try to blast it with the beam, these AI ships just run away immediately. Not sure what happened in this ship. I don't know if it was instantly vaporized.
Contact. Shields under fire.
So I have on hostiles incoming, it says 16.403. Before it was higher, but I'm not sure what that means. If we're supposed to take out that many.
Contact. Shields under fire.
So Arena Commander, I noticed that we have less charge than on the PU for the beam. Did we? Oh, nice. We did it. You've earned the 2953 Vandal Aggressor something badge. Okay. I mean, it's not that difficult when you're in a ship this big. Or even a Polaris can easily do this. But currently the Idris is pretty much the GOAT capital ships that can be soloed.
Contact. Shields under fire.
I'm wondering if there are more rewards if you stay in here longer.
Contact.
I know there was a green marker when we first started this. I'm trying to find it.
Shields under fire. Contact.
Alright, so I was talking about before, you see how easy it is for these ships to just knock my door open in the back or even in the front? I think they should beef it up a little bit more than that.
Shields under fire. Contact.
So I don't know. I can't move my ship left, right, or up and down. All right, let's get out of the seat. See if I can fix that. In fact, we could just jump into one of the turrets here.
Aegis combat assist. Systems green.
And we have 2,000 ammo on this turret. I don't know if it's 2,000 each. It looks like it's 2,000 each. So a total of 4,000. And they rotate really slow. My God. I think it just rammed us. And yeah, I think another one just rammed us. Alright, there we go. We have control over the ship again.
Shields under fire.
I just noticed, are those comets going down to the planet there? I'm not sure what that was, but kind of looked like, yeah, there it is. Oh, it's coming out of this, this collapsed star here. Yeah, so hostiles coming seems to have had reset. It was at like 16 something and then now it's at 38.291. This one's almost dead. Let's see if we can knock him out. Alright, there we go. Alright, so hostiles incoming dropped down to 18.197.
Shields under fire.
Bring it, baby. Come on. try to knock this one out. Come on, come on, come on.
Contact.
Nice. Nice, nice.
Shields under fire. Contact.
Yeah, this would be a lot easier to see. At least I can navigate and have the PDCs attack them. There's one right there. Yeah, so I noticed that the PDCs don't activate all the time.
Shields under fire. Contact.
Yeah, I didn't expect the PDCs to attack the missiles because it's already attacking a bunch of the ships that are going around us right now.
Shields under fire. Contact.
Yeah, I guess. Well, maneuvers still. You could still evade the beam if you're maneuvering. All right, let's see what we got over here. Yeah, we got a bunch of guys over here.
Contact.
Alright, let's try to get this guy. He's coming in. Yeah, he's in my range. I mean, it does a great job knocking off the shields right away. I got lucky. Went right behind the asteroid.
Contact.
It's gonna be so awesome once they can, at some point, get this kind of gameplay inside the PU. Crashing or something? Oh no.
Shields under fire.
Well, we're technically repaired, but the back door is still open. Let me see if I can close it. No, I can't. And I just noticed I can't see the cargo bay anymore. At least the camera view. Looks like we went up to 55.43.7. I'm not sure what these numbers mean. Yeah, so what happens is you can knock out the shield very quickly.
Contact.
But I think as soon as the enemy ship starts to boost, you have a hard time like trying to hit it with the beam.
Shields under fire. Almost had this one, but Contact. Shields under fire.
but we're gonna have to wrap things up here, chaps, and Yeah, unfortunately, we weren't able to get everything done during the stream, but so we'll see. I mean, this week is busy with Invictus. We may do another pop-up stream tomorrow. If not, again, regular schedule is Wednesday. All right, so I appreciate you guys stopping through, hanging out with me during the stream. And if you're in the recorded version, appreciate you guys so much coming, stopping through, hanging out. So tomorrow I think is going to be a big day with Consolidated Outland. And maybe we'll get some information about the progress of the Pioneer. I think a lot of folks are going to want to know what's going on with that ship. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.